Good morning, children of God. I have a message for you. Right now in worship, for the next few weeks, we are going to be talking about sorrow, grief, and lament. Now, sorrow is when we feel upset or distressed by things that we have maybe missed out on, things that have gone wrong, maybe things that have hurt us or those that we love. And many people have felt sorrow in this last year because there have been many things that we have had to miss out on or things that have just been different and hard. And sometimes when we feel these big emotions like sorrow, we feel them in our body. Like, when we get angry, sometimes our fists clench up. Or when we are sad, our shoulders will hunch over. Well, God can hold these big feelings with us. None of them are too big or too hard for God. And God has also given us our bodies. So today, what I would like to invite you to do is to practice with me praying with our bodies. Now, I know that often when we get ready to pray, we'll fold our hands and bow our heads. And sometimes that's helpful because it limits some of those distractions around us. But God gave us our bodies, and we can use our bodies to express our prayers to God. So I invite you to try this with me. If you would like to, I'd invite you to stand up, or you can do this from your seat. And we're going to start with our feet. And I want you to take your feet and to kind of push them into the ground like they are roots coming out of you, that you can remember that we are rooted in God's love for us, that we are rooted to this earth that God created and how God created each of us, that we are there with God. And like I said, we've felt a lot of big feelings this year. And so I invite you to think about these things that have caused sorrow and to feel those in your body. Maybe it's things like birthday parties that had to be canceled. Maybe it's friends we didn't get to see, or family members that live far away that we never got to see or haven't gotten to meet new babies yet. Maybe it's having to start in a new school with haven't been able to say goodbye to the old one. And I just want you, perhaps your body is tensed up right now. I just want you to feel that for a moment. And know that as we feel that, we bring that before God. As we offer those feelings to God, I invite you to turn your hands so that their palms are up, to maybe slowly start unclenching those fingers as we let these things go to God, to release those shoulders, to soften your knees, to breathe deeply as we let those things go in our prayer to God. And even in the midst of this sorrow, God has blessed us with so many gifts. So I invite you to reach your hands up to receive those gifts from God. Maybe it was time with family. Maybe it was movie nights together. Maybe it was a habit of talking to your cousins on Zoom that you never talked to before. Maybe it's a familiar face at school. But to reach those hands up and turn your face up and feel God's face shine upon you as you receive those blessings. And we bring our hands together in front of us and open our eyes and say, Amen. Amen. You may be seated. Thank you for joining with me as we prayed with our bodies.